All right, so once again, a very big welcome to this particular platform. So, over the week, there's something which has been trending on social media, and once again, me personally, I'm not surprised because this will happen. It will happen, and more news will continue to come about this man of God. Have you studied the trend? Dag Heward knows for the past 3 years constantly has been coming into the news. If it is not something controversial, waka about two full say to tour, then it's an unfortunate issue which has happened to him. Say, be an babema or your medical doctor or school Ukraine is dead. And I say, Abia, if it is not even far from that, it's an issue which has to do with some of his former pastors who are taking him on, saying, he said, the man is indeed. Is not really indeed a man of God. The Bible said we should caution him very well. His ethics and modus operandi. But all of these things are more canon. Some of us can't really hold Dag Heward Mills to the bone because he's also a human being. So, or your puanka, I don't think I understand. He is prone to sin and he's prone to mistakes. So we understand that part of him. But in order for the LightHouse Chapel to be the real house of God, then it has to go through some tests and certain sort of transmissions and things which is indeed going to shape the lighthouse to be the real house of God, because nothing is perfect except God. So today, what is on the table? News on the table, Patch say, LightHouse Chapel, Pastor Ajinasari, Dag Heward Mills, no who asambe womb. If I said Ajinasari, if I chairman, also no sent by article, you see how we and abede internia on also trending. Now, what is really happening? Now, that's sorry, there was a letter which was trending on social media. Letter near trending with social media, and the head and tail all of it is simple. Dag Heward Mills have sued a pastor, and this time around they are taking matters to the next step. They are taking his car. For those of you who don't know, we've been able to dig the name of the pastor. As you can see, this picture on the far left. A Bishop Reverend Kwame Ampofo. And me myself, before I speak about any issue, I try as much as possible and do some background checks. I've listened to the man speak, I've read his submissions, and I say in every rumor there's an iota of truth. So before all of you bedwagons come and say, don't fight the anointed, stop fooling. I'm also an anointed person. You are also an anointed person. But the fact said that Heward Mills is not a saint, we will talk about it. And I believe, sir, this man's story, there is the keynote, there is an iota of truth. So what is really happening now? That story, it was simple. This man, by the name Bishop Kwame Ampofo, he happens to be a former LightHouse Chapel. So what really transpired? That story, the first thing that we saw was what will be shown on the screens. A letter which was being sent, more like a press release from LightHouse Chapel, and it is more like in law terms, a friend is cease and desist. So what did this man do? Now, I wouldn't like to quote words based on a semi-mate any based on me and me investigation. I'd like to go through this letter. After that, I have the video. I'll play it for you to understand where he's also coming from. And I think it's high time maybe Dag Heward Mills take a second look at his church, because the complaints is just too much. Me myself, been to Anagazo, been to his church, Kodesh, Kadesh, Makohu. I've seen him. He's no saint, but he's also doing the work of God. So what is really in this letter? Let's look at it. Letter, as you can see on the screen, it was the LightHouse Chapel International. And basically, in Sema or Mokawa has seen, it's so simple. So what is in there in the letter? We'll see, as you can see, this is the letter is Zumina or see the recovery of P0lice Tahoe GN 76614 belonging to LightHouse Chapel International. In the first place, this vehicle in contention is an old vehicle. I wonder why you'd be chasing 2014 vehicle. Really, I don't want to go there. So this letter, I'll say without prejudice, dated that's so 4th July 2023 for Chairman. Also, dear Mr. Kwame Ampofo. So this is where it gets cheeky. Also, in December 2022, you were jurisdictionally dismissed from the LightHouse Chapel. Into letter near Tro Emma Dr. Mr. Kwame Ampofo. Your part say 2022 last year, and your second as a LightHouse Chapel International. He was dismissed. Second, also, you were dismissed from the Hailing Jesus campaign. Their reasons, I don't know, but just like law, no. Obi ba or shop law if it be invitation to treat. Obi ba or shop not so idea. You can decide not to sell the thing to the person. It's invitation to treat. You can decide. So if LightHouse Chapel, they willfully employ the services of this man and they believe that it's time, or based on one or two happen, they don't need his services again, it is understandable. But then how you part and also patch ways with your former pastors tells who you are. Thirdly, also the reasons for your rightful dismissal. In this case, LightHouse think they are right. The keynote here is right. Also, the reasons for your rightful dismissal are abundant and are based on multiple church documents, meetings, and the values of our organization. Once again, if they are saying that they have their own principles and based on that they will sack him, it is in their right. The more parties, the reason why you almost sack his branch is because of maybe our course was sorry. In regards to this man, meetings I hold on my year. It is not once, twice, or thrice, but at the end of the day, the belief said it was right for this man to go. So let's go to the fourth. I'll say you were given the opportunity to work in other jurisdiction in the church of your choice. For instance, catch the anointing denomination under Bishop Kakra offered Bishop Kakra offered you a place in their denomination. 5. In top just say you can't see a bit dismissing as part of the Healing Jesus campaign, and as a church leader, they says okay, and we will give you another branch, another part of the church, and you work there. One part say Bishop Kakra, which I understand is one of the top most pastors, social hierarchy in Dag Heward, most comes almost second in command. Now sorry, I will bring the name of I've been to his church before. Forgive me. I remember his name. Forgive me. So, sorry, now a year. If anything, just around broadcast as Samajan area. That is the main pastor there. And also a one and son Bishop Kakra. So, and also a ubia. And also a year. He's the third on the hierarchy. So let's go to the fifth. I say the arrangements guaranteed your continual employment somewhere in the larger organization, possible re-engagement back into the Healing Jesus campaign, just as Bishop George entry of the Healing Jesus campaign experience. Somebody said the reason why they did this was to kind of more like prison him and transform him, just like prison, okay, just like prison. Into the fact said prison is to reform you. They wanted to use the same kind of methodology on this particular man of God. So they will take him to another place. Then I see a better any ade. So that is so for those of you who don't know the pastor I was talking about, he did the EAT Saki. I've got the name EAT Saki. So he's the second in command, I believe. So we are so few 6 or say several other people have experienced the discipline of dismissal and now restored by the benevolence of this organization. However, I rejected to accept the discipline of the church any longer. In terms of parties, I brandy ni suban bi odedi and ama omeni anje intino. What they did was say, okay, we'll take you off. Now you take you off. The whole thing is to train you and I say your best son and share how you adapt to the change. But brandy and say they be Mr. Kwame Ampofo said no, I don't want to be a part of this change, so I'll go. Okay, if that is the case, then what really happened? There could be a car no issues a bit, 7. Or say as part of the parting procedures, you were given an amount of money which would amount to over 3 years of your salary. This is unprecedented. In Tiabra, Dr. Kwame Ampofo so on TSC say okay, Mr. Kwame Ampofo so on TSC obeko. And you say okay, if you will leave, then we'll give you 3 years of your salary, which I think is fair if it is true. 2. Being unprecedented. And again, I'm gonna say 8. Now, see the car Chevrolet who was offered as a gift verbally at the meeting, and it was stated to you categorically, the LightHouse Church International decided to donate the current vehicle in your possession, a gift to you. That's the car was initially offered to you as a gift. It's no secret. So basically, aside from him, the LightHouse Chapel giving you 3 years of a salary, what they will also be doing is that they will also, the LightHouse Chapel will also go on an external to give him a car idea change the dan. Yes, yes, so they chow. Ghana happy any yetimi chow car. Am I a san chow car beam? Ntibia mene Absa Bank. You join say Absa Bank. I can no more be their MD no okay. Car the ma or no as a gift. Yes, so the ma as a gifter. It doesn't make sense. So Lighthouse Chapel does that. But Lighthouse Chapel, can say they did this based on one or two things. So what really happened? Let's go and see the letter. The video is there. I'll show you the video in part 2 because it's quite lengthy. So as you can see here, letter no so or say. Let's pull this up. Or say, we definitely saw at the meeting that I decided to give you the car. So the earlier letters from our lawyers on January 2023 are stated. However, before we could actually effect the transfer of the ownership of the car to you legally, you began to attack and insult the church, which has been so benevolent to you. This was both as a surprise and a shock to the Lighthouse Chapel International in the light of the long history of kindness and honor shown to you. Nobody said, "Bro, we are married some the can be man." So for no, and Chibiana so for no bufu on so can drink. Now, the church had a change of mind and decided not to transfer the ownership of the car to you anymore, as it had originally intended to do. This is where I get the problem. The church is entitled to change its mind on the decisions about its intentions on any subject. Now, I understand, sir, the church can change its mind, but this is the case. Initially, also can your gifts. Listen, what the amano. On no party we Superman 3 years salary one kasa. And on no nibufu ABA or become one or two things are sorry mo P0lice helpful. Take it, it's the hard pill. Again, no money in a party way is car some car more the done. Most also say you've again given the same car to him. So it's only Lighthouse pay and a checker, essence checker view. No, we are now pastor and AB on also kind of boy some near of P0lice, which was not right. He served at the church all this while. And because of an issue, he's been laid off. Now they're not so kind of boy. Some also some no kind of winning. Woman 3 years. Why should he talk? He should be grateful. It's a cow their man as a gift. What's under man as a gift to part ways again? No. Also, what you are there? Who the hell does that? Only Lighthouse Chapel International. Now, Papa no. I can't say something na. I can't say na. Of course, no Papa no. Sorry, Neka say in some kind of many gifts. Almost gifts. Car gift 1, car gift 2, the same car where they are gifting 2 times, they are taking it back. Who the hell does that? Now the big question I want to ask is, I know I read the Bible tells us to be bold, and King Solomon told us in Proverbs and Ecclesiastes said it's better say people will speak the truth in your face than to harbor hate in their head or in their mind. King Solomon described it as something which is more poisonous than the venom of a serpent. And now the venom of even a cobra. In Papa Nibu no canadria, man canadri, let it come out and try to resolve it. But this is the case, you want to take punitive actions against him because you donated the same car to him twice and you are taking it back. Who the hell that? 2014 can more planes a whole Lighthouse. I'm really shocked. Is that what the collection goes to do? Now let's look at this. 11. Okay, the church had a change in mind. I'll say the church no longer wishes to give you the car because you had a change in mind, and because we initially transferred the ownership to you, we will not transfer the ownership to the car, the ownership of the car to you again. It's a car and you see transfer ownership need to be a car they actually 2 times. You see so I want to ask a question. So let's say the car no transfer ownership completely no. Who say on so agini sika nyina why we and on so buy out so Canadian. Would you go back to take the car again? That is the question, because I believe that could have happened. Because then more tricker, more the amount of 2 times gifts, it could have happened. Now 12. We requested that based on that, almost say car no more transfer ownership ni money bill. And 12 also we requested that you return the car to the church premises. Interesting. But you have persistently refused to do so. We also informed you we've also informed you that the church has no liability on this car in the case of any eventuality or incident with this car. Until the church is a car na the amount as a gift first time. Would you so phone? Any a bra car say only a certain age maybe my same car and sounds so the man as a gift. Bill no. Yeah, a car and Fabra church premises. Who does that? 2014 car. Really? I will not drive such a car. You give somebody 2014 car and you take it again. Aren't you ashamed? Now, 13. This is getting interesting. I like this. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at the 13 here. 13, or see the decision, or say because, or say the decision to report the matter to the police is very simple. Since you've refused to hand over our bona fide property, car is bona fide property. Really, car is not an asset. Car is a temporary asset in a way, but as you use it, it depreciates. Leave it for him. Now that should be or can be a bit we give him a car. Once a month, you are chasing the car, a whole lighthouse. It doesn't make your church look nice. It doesn't make the case look nice against you. Because now everything is against you. No matter how it is, no. Lighthouse is bigger than that church, bigger than that car. So it's like the president of Ghana chasing a bicycle or their movie as a gift. It doesn't work. I see, because of that, sorry, they say I'm reporting matter to the police because come their man a first time as a gift, a bra he was serving the church, a bra or say on serving church ni bima. Yes, you can serve church as I see kind of the man. Yes, sounds the man be as a second gift, no, almost almost your money. How can you give somebody 2 times gift and you won't take it? No problem. 14. You consider continue to claim the ownership of this car as unreasonable and unattainable. In Tipapano, yes, car no gusu use or claim say any day. It doesn't make sense. Already, most insurance no more insure car anymore. So leave it for him. 2014, come on, the 15. We wish to remind you that the church has both the duty and the determination to defend itself. We understand. Be advised accordingly, you was faithful. Courts. Now, this is where the man came in. The man is saying, he said, the car has been given to him as a gift. All these things that you are seeing on the screens. It's the man as a gift 2 times. Your reporting issue not so the Ghana Police Headquarters. The issue was simple. Why are you using a car which is not yours? Why would they even why the hell would the Ghana Police even invite upon such a matter? See, my name a girlfriend date. Let me give you a simple analogy. My name a girlfriend he date. My iPhone 14 at channel. I gave it to her as a gift. Okay, in 2014. 2014 say iPhone X, that is 10. iPhone X. My Tom my girl in 2014. It's 2022 and yenya issue. No, I say okay. Obi an fan ekwan. But iPhone 13 na X na me Tom on fa. Foul. Adi am their man as a gift. No. Ye party ways in relationship. So abena odi the ACBA maninka. Phone na me their ma we use for from 2014 till now. Abofra kran koko nyamensis can you know for abobo. So 14 till now 7 years. No, 6 plus 3 9 years. No. Abena phone na me Tom 2014. No. Me sanso de cha fa. Forgetting said the pastor and the girl also served you, your needs, emotionally, physically, sexually, in my case, not the church, and psychologically. The pastor also served you. Imagine the pastor and also to be man said J. Or also because the pastor might have served the church in various forms. Sebi, money and car cannot quantum to that service. So, me say abena phone na me toma last year 9 years ago. San February. After the abna say na woni me ndini ye ebra me no bre nyina no treat me na say abna say ma ka fam wolf timba beji car me ba beji phone na me to man 9 years ago as a gift ye be break it up me sound so ka say same phone no for as a gift view me worry ni intim say for as a gift no problem. After the abna ni wolf na abna kana instead of me to defend myself no if you can be I will defend the number court and be small can you are defaming me no me see they be for my phone man my call report my police give me my phone because you are saying something but this phone I gave it to you last 9 years and I even gave it to you the same phone monsieur on sound fat every party with the December last year. This is the same scenario of the Lighthouse Church. I've been to Lighthouse Church lots of times. Okay, apart from me being a Catholic, I go to Lighthouse Church. I've been to EAT Sakis, I've been to the Kodesh, the Kadesh, and Agazu. And please, this is not right. I'm too tight at the collection in that church. I still go once in a while, not at first. This is not right. And they shouldn't be using the likes of Akuyo or Good Evening Ghana. Paul, I don't watch it. No better touch screen analysis. That guy should focus on Ghana's economy and leave the church matters to these people. Touch screen analysis, they be. Forget. No pastor should call you to defend him. They have any defense. They should do it in court. This is sad. Lighthouse, Dag Heward most. I know you listen to me because church is be about her. Please let this matter lie. For a big church like Lighthouse, I honestly I don't even use the 2014 car in the first place. I use car 2-3 years, it goes. How much more 9 years car? Somebody posted a picture of the car on social media. I don't know if I can get that picture. And I saw the picture and I was like, okay, wait. So this is the car Lighthouse. What I said. Let me see if I can get that picture on the screen. So for those of you who are saying you want to get the video of the man, it will follow very soon. I'll do some latest Spanish. So LightHouse Chapel Church. I see the incarnate church Cha0s. Okay, I'm trying to search the whole thing on Facebook and put it on the screen. If you see this car, we even have a picture of the man himself, and a friend is saying Dag Heward Mills. The man to nobody say white, nice man like that. Also, as soon as the now change na say, oh, can't I get the car? Give me the car. So let me go. Who can it for? Or try as much as possible and get the car for you sometime later. But I've seen the car, and honestly, I think some call you see the car, and I must say, the car is not something that it was a LightHouse Chapel International because it doesn't speak well of them. Now I know say the man no ABA one or two things be or car and but if he says anything, I saw anything say it goes against them. It's simple. Please and please and please take him on in courts. Take him on in court. So I have the picture finally. For those of you who are wondering, okay, the man is huge. Bole man, we KNUST, also corporate sex. So that's what I'm getting. We all say, I want to serve God. It's nice. But a bole man like that to say he wants to serve God, which means it's from the heart. It is from the heart, honestly. It's a tough man like that. We won't take that. So this picture I two screens is a picture of the man with the car. Okay, is a picture of the man with the car. So this is the man with the car. It's for car with a LightHouse Chapel blue for or my reporting or CID police or my reporting and when they call what a lawyer situation letter way. Honestly, this car to him, to other people, he said, "Not only car, this is a cool car." I said because some of us started from Tata, getting bicycle to motor to car to 4x4. And life is a gradual process. But please leave this car for this man of God, man in court. Okay, that should be or the big baby other sorry nasi. LightHouse, this part. So we'll be also going to listen